Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit controversial because in today's video, I am going to discuss a channel that many of my viewers are familiar with. This channel is English for Everyone. The reason for this video is because I recently noticed that a video that I posted almost a year ago now has been receiving a lot of views recently. In this video, I collaborated with Dave from Dave's English, and in this video, we discussed some of the critiques I received from English for Everyone. Now, here's the really interesting thing. Even though I posted that video nearly a year ago now, it's still getting tons of views and many people are leaving comments. Thank you so much to the YouTube algorithm gods. I don't know why this video, out of all of my videos, seems to be taking off, but I'm here for it, and I'm glad to see that many people are interested in the discussion that us English teachers are having here on YouTube. So in addition to the recent popularity of this video, another reason why I've decided to record this video is that, as I correctly anticipated, I have been featured and critiqued in several of English for Everyone's videos. In my last video, I said that I wouldn't respond to any future criticism unless Liza is able to go live and speak freely without a script. And I would like to challenge her to go live for 30 minutes on YouTube and to speak freely without a script. And then perhaps we can judge her English proficiency. Now, Liza has not responded to that challenge or that invitation, so I've decided to make this video for a handful of reasons. Before we go any further here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on alerts so that you can be notified about my new content. As always, thank you so much for your support. And now let's delve deeper into why I'm making this video. One of the biggest reasons why I've decided to make this video on English for Everyone is because they never credit me in any of their videos. They don't mention my name in the title and they don't mention my name in the actual video. In contrast, they do name several of the other creators that they choose to criticize. I believe that this is because I am one of the only creators other than Dave from Dave's English and Chris Americos who has chosen to respond to their criticism. Now, the word on the street is that English for Everyone is not open to criticism. They often moderate the discussion. They often do things like block users on YouTube and delete comments in which people oppose them. They probably don't mention me by name in their videos because they don't want their viewers to find out about my channel. In addition, my channel is a lot smaller than some of the other channels that they focus on, and they may think that it's just not worth their time to mention me. Another reason for this video is English for Everyone's authoritarian approach to correcting others. They rarely admit their mistakes, and they present themselves as the absolute authority on the English language. But here's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes. No one is immune to that. As I mentioned in my previous video, the reason why I started critiquing other creators is because I found out that some creators were spreading misinformation to large audiences. The entire point of my mistakes videos was to help learners recognize what was wrong with the type of content that they were engaging with. Now, as you guys might remember, I have a video about a creator named Giovanna. And this creator has gone viral. Many of her videos contain mistakes. Now, unfortunately, I'm beginning to realize that some of these mistakes might actually be intentional because the algorithm tends to favor videos that people comment on, and people tend to comment on videos that have mistakes. One of the videos that I discussed was a video in which the creator taught the word potable. In my correction video, I explained that the word potable is not a common word. Is that the speaker is teaching the word potable. Potable is not a common word. It is rarely used. And I actually had to look it up myself after I watched this reel. So it would be more common for a native English speaker to say, yes, the water is safe to drink, or the water is drinkable. English for Everyone responded to my video, and Liza, who is not a native speaker, someone who is not born and raised in North America, very smugly claimed that the word potable is common.
I have no idea why she didn't know the meaning of the word and why she had to look it up. It is common, and you will see it on signs.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Some people might say that it's kind of problematic for a non-native speaker to be telling a native speaker what words are common and uncommon. I'm a native speaker. I was born and raised in Canada, and the intention of my video was to explain that the word potable is not a common word. It's not a word that you would say in casual conversation or in everyday context. In my video, I explained that it would be more useful for learners to learn the phrase safe to drink or drinkable. English for Everyone has done some other questionable things. In addition to saying that potable is an extremely common word, they have actually accused me of creating what's called a deep fake. And a deep fake is a type of video that has been manipulated using AI. And it's a video that presents someone saying something that they didn't actually say. Now, some of you guys have contacted me privately and you have told me that you support me and that you know that I haven't created a deep fake. As you guys know, I of course did not create a deep fake, and that accusation is absolutely ridiculous. But I'm bringing this up to show you guys just how far this channel is willing to go in order to prove that everyone else around them is wrong and they are the only ones who are right. Now, here's the funny thing. I don't entirely disagree with Kevin's corrections. In many cases, I actually agree with him. My issue lies with how they present themselves as the sole experts on English, dismissing everyone else as incorrect. Now, interestingly, despite their large subscriber count, and the last time I checked, they were around 400,000 subscribers, their videos get about 5,000 to 10,000 views on average, and I think this kind of suggests that their viewers may not find their content as engaging as before. They post very frequently, almost every day, but their videos are not getting a lot of views. Their material is actually very repetitive, and some may argue that if you're only finding mistakes in other people's work, you may lack creativity. Is English for Everyone a one-trick pony? Are they only good at one thing, pointing out other people's mistakes? Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, unlike my previous video, this video is not about defending myself or explaining why my corrections are correct. Instead, what I want to do in this video is to show how critique is a two-way street. Now, many of the creators that English for Everyone critiques choose not to respond for one of two reasons. Some of these channels are so big that responding to the criticism may give more traction than it's worth. The second reason why some of these creators are not responding is because their mistakes are so glaring that they just don't want to draw attention to them. With all of that being said, let's get to the main part of this video where I am going to show clips from English for Everyone where they either teach incorrect English or they go overboard with their corrections. Let's watch clip number 1.
Take you a lot of effort to help that person.
I cannot say it didn't take you a lot of effort to help that person. I cannot use the word effort in this way. It didn't take you a lot of effort. This does not work in English. We say you didn't make a lot of effort to help that person. I cannot say it didn't take you effort. I say you didn't make effort. Example, he didn't make a lot of effort to study. I cannot say it didn't take him a lot of effort. He didn't make a lot of effort. He didn't make a lot of effort to study.
In the first clip, Kevin critiques Marina, who, by the way, does make a lot of mistakes. And Kevin says, "It took you a lot of effort" is wrong. He insists that you should say, "I made a lot of effort." He even marks the phrase, "it took a lot of effort," as incorrect on the screen. Here's the reality. Make effort and take effort are both correct, but their structures are different. Someone makes effort and something takes effort. Additionally, you can use an object when using take, as in, it takes somebody a lot of effort. All of these structures are correct. Now, to back this up, I'll show you guys clips from native speakers using these structures.
Adding a lot of running time, it took me a lot of effort to copy those additional numbers. Now, granted, it's a smaller.
I had to stretch. It takes me a lot of effort to get that first rabbit. And so
program and teaching them, whatever it is that they want me to teach. And I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. So it takes me upfront effort to go through slides, to create the slides, and to really perfect the presentation.
Let's watch clip number 2.
Massive influx of weaponry, a lot of weaponry coming into Ukraine from other countries.
This is not correct. The word is weaponry, not weaponry. There is no word weaponry.
In this clip, Kevin correctly points out that Jennifer mispronounced weaponry as weaponry. However, the phrase that he uses to correct Jennifer is poorly constructed.
There is no word weaponry.
He says there's no word weaponry. A more accurate correction would be there's no such word as weaponry in English. Or the word weaponry doesn't exist in English. You might think that this is nitpicking, but this is exactly the type of correction that Kevin often makes of others. For instance, he once critiqued a sentence that I used. I said, these changes have been announced at the end of August 2024. So these changes have been announced at the end of August 2024. Liza, or rather Kevin, because he's the one who writes the scripts, critiqued my use of present perfect tense with a past time expression.
It's not correct to say these changes have been announced at the end of August 2024. With a specific time in the past, we cannot use the present perfect tense. With a specific time in the past, we have to use the past simple tense.
The issue is, native speakers like myself often use these constructions in casual, everyday conversation, and they don't sound wrong to most speakers.
Have things like next week the NFL draft is coming up. It's been announced now in mid-May. Our schedule will be released, and then we'll have a little bit of time off for players, and then training camp begins.
Presiding Officer, I want to conclude with a basic point. The measures that have been announced in recent days, from the school closures last week to last night's lockdown, are really, really difficult.
Those almost always, historically, have been undertaken or been announced in December right before the holiday.
This is different from the types of mistakes that ESL speakers tend to make, like, I have gone to Italy last month, which is clearly a grammatical mistake. Let's keep going and watch clip number 3.
This is also not correct.
I'm very tired. I'm dead.
Basic English, I'm very tired, and advanced English, I'm dead? People don't say I'm dead when they're very tired. This is not correct.
In this clip, Kevin corrected Nab for using the phrase, I'm dead, to mean I'm very tired. Kevin argued that this usage was incorrect, and he claimed that nobody uses it. But here's the thing, you guys. I'm dead is actually an extremely common English idiom. You'll find it in many dictionaries, and many native speakers use it in casual conversations. Check out all of these dictionaries that include the phrase. The truth is, contrary to what Kevin said, I'm dead can mean I'm very tired. It is not a mistake. This video demonstrates that English for Everyone, who is so quick to criticize others, can go too far with their corrections, and, as I hope I've demonstrated, they can get things wrong. Now, let's watch the fourth and final clip where Liza mispronounces unbearable as inbearable.
Excruciating. We use this word to describe pain. When pain is really bad, it's intense, it's unbearable.
Now, this isn't just a slip of the tongue. It's very clear that she does not know the correct pronunciation. The word unbearable begins with the sound.
My students were writing about their crushing anxiety, the unbearable pressure on them to succeed.
It's unbearable to go through my weeks this way.
Where the pressure was a little bit unbearable.
How is it that we live with our losses? How do we bear the unbearable?
Not the I or I sound.
It's unbearable.
You might think I'm being too harsh, but this is exactly the type of critique that Kevin often makes of non-native speakers' pronunciation. They should ensure that all of their pronunciations are accurate too. So that's it for today's video. Please don't forget to check out my other video on English for Everyone that I published last year. Now, as I've said before, I'm always open to criticism and I'm willing to admit my mistakes if someone points them out in good faith. As you guys know, I recently completed my PhD or my doctorate degree in English literature. I had to complete what is called a dissertation, which is pretty much a book. Now, over the course of my degree, I had to do a lot of writing and I, of course, got a lot of feedback from my supervisors. My supervisors often pointed out the mistakes in my writing, and this helped me to become a better writer. I think one of the most important lessons we can learn here is that everyone makes mistakes, and that is okay. What is not okay is pointing out tiny mistakes in other people's work while not crediting them, accusing them of crazy things, and holding others to standards that they do not hold for themselves. These are the awful things that English for Everyone has done. Now, I just want to note one more thing here. You'll notice that English for Everyone's videos are scripted. Kevin and Liza seem to be reading from a teleprompter, and you can watch their eyes moving as they read from a screen. This means that their mistakes are more significant because they're pre-planned. This contrasts with more unscripted videos where mistakes are more, let's say, understandable and maybe more forgivable. If English for Everyone chooses to respond to this video, I hope they do the professional or the right thing, and I hope they mention my name or my channel name in the video or the title. This will allow viewers to see my side of the story. Now, with all of that being said, we have arrived at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I said earlier. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and leave me a comment below. As you guys know, I let you say whatever you want in the comment section. I don't moderate the discussion, but please remember to keep your comments respectful. That's everything. I'll see you guys next time.